So I wanted to come and do a video because I think it's important for me to do videos on like my journey or the whatever journey I'm on. Um, I want to talk about the way that we live a little bit because I think I'm in this space of, do I want to go with the way of the world or do I want to change the world? Not even change it because it's bad, but improve it, right? Mankind and just everything like that. Like I look around and I don't really feel like we're doing what we're supposed to, what we were brought here to do, or what we can do, or like that we're operating out of our best good. I know that like, a lot of people now, they like smoke a lot of weed or they pop a lot of pills or drink a lot of alcohol or they're numbing themselves to reality. And I beg, the question is, do you hate life or do you hate yourself in it? Do you hate the way that life is trying to change you? Society is trying to change you. Do you hate the way that your interactions have been and throughout your life and no genuine connection? Do you, like, what do you hate about life so much that you have to numb yourself to it all the time? And then I look at the way that like the world is constantly feeding us things to take us away from ourselves and our happiness and our joy and ourselves, and ultimately take us away from God. A lot of times the way that the media portrays the world, it doesn't really make me believe in God. Or didn't, excuse me, because it's different now. It didn't really make me believe in God. Because here I am watching the news and I'm seeing people be killed. And I'm seeing natural disasters. I'm seeing our system crash, and we gotta I stopped calling it our system because it's not ours. It's actually against us. And just, I started seeing things like, this doesn't make sense. Then COVID happened. And like, it doesn't make sense that I live in a reality that I was born into. My body was made particularly for this, right? Like, I don't know if this is a thing or not, but do fish get sick? Like, fish were made for the water. Birds don't get air sick. Fish don't get seasick. But humans get sick all the fucking time. So I started asking questions about my existence. I asked things of God that was like, okay, so what is this? And why are we here? And I questioned it. And then I said, it doesn't make sense. It's just, nothing is making sense. Nothing is making sense. And existing doesn't make sense if you're not living. We're not living. A lot of us, in my case, I was existing. I was allowing life to pass me by, not really making connections or anything. I was so focused on getting money. I was so focused on being successful in a system, in a society. I didn't care about nature. I didn't care about the trees. I didn't care about the sun that was beaming on me every day. I didn't care about the water of the rain. I didn't care about the phone call, people checking in on me. I didn't care because I was existing. And now I care. I care about the connections that I make. I care about the people who call and check in on me. I care about the way that we live in society. How often are we enjoying the planet? How often are we enjoying nature? How often are we enjoying the creation of God? I didn't always care, but I care now. Like, I look around and like, even little things like buildings being built all the time. And like, leave some fucking land for the planet. Like, leave places so that the sun can hit the ground and rain can hit the ground and hit the dirt, so we don't have fires every 2 fucking weeks in the summer. Leave space for nature to be nature. Leave space for Mother Earth to do her thing. Leave space. So I didn't always care about the way society was going. I didn't really care about how society was maneuvering. I didn't really care that we were all sleeping. Hmm. Yeah. I didn't really care. And a lot of us probably don't care today. We don't care that the planet is losing its like life, that it's not as green and trees are small. We don't care that we're spiritual beings first. We don't care that all we care about is what society tells us to care about. We care about the war. We care about relationships. We care about celebrity news and gossip. We care about politics. We care about things that God told us not to care about anyway. Because man has no power. They can't make anything better than how it started. Man can only destroy and constantly destroy. We destroyed the idea of love and relationships. We destroyed the idea of happiness. We destroyed the idea of sexual liberation. We destroyed the idea of societies and culture. We destroyed the idea of everything. Like, man destroys everything. Like, you don't bring life to much. You birth children just to destroy more. Like, we're destructive as beings, yo. Like, I give you horses to ride, and you get cars to ride in. I give you marriage, you give me sex. I look for love, you give me hate. We're destructive. And the thing that makes it worse is that we're self-destructive. Like, we destroy ourselves. We destroy ourselves. We always destroy ourselves. We're not wisening up. And forgiveness is fine, but do better. Like, it's like someone gives you the perfect house. The perfect house. They gave you the perfect fucking house. And instead of you decorating it and making it better, you smoke it out. You burn it down. You put holes in the walls. You dirty the carpet. But it was given to you. And then you be like, well, I don't want the person taking back the gift. They gave it to me. Well, I gave it to you, but you're not even... Look at what you're doing to the place. Look at what we're doing to the place. Look at what we're doing to people. Look at what we're doing to the planet. Look at what we're doing. Y'all want to rush into the metaverse because the world that you live in is not beautiful enough for you anymore, because selectively we've been shitty the whole fucking time. Religion, work, school, systems, everything. And I think that's the only thing I'm happy is, like, you find God. And he makes you see this world differently than you have before. And I think that's what I want it to do. That's what I want to do. But it seems like, does anyone care? Probably not. We don't have a lot of time. So recommend everybody enjoy the families. They connect to God. They explore this, see this realm differently. Unplug from the news, unplug from TVs, get out in nature, walk, eat clean, stop eating animals all the time. Like, switch your lives. Like, switch our lives. Like, let's change. Let's change again. And let's constantly change the way that we operate in a society that is so, it could be so much more creative. It's like we've gotten from like the Fairly Odd Parents to the fucking Pixies. Like, change the way that we live our lives. Like, no more going to works. Like, no more doing things that don't help liberate the soul. Like, we're running away from our authentic selves. We're running away from our God. Like, we're running away from things to be in something else because it's better to hide than to be seen naked. It's better to hide than to see things naked. I think I'm done with this video. I'm going to post this on my Facebook and all my social medias because I've been drinking water. I need to get some allergy medicine because I'm just tired. I'm tired, and people want to say, well, what's the alternative? What's the alternative? A lot of people will stay slaves in this day and time because comfortability is more powerful than people's understanding or belief in freedom.